Long ago, before warmth lived with humans, night ruled the valleys and forests. Cold wind whispered through silent mountains. Darkness settled heavy over the earth. People huddled together beneath starlit skies. Their breath turned to drifting silver clouds. Children asked where warmth might live. No one knew the answer yet. Far beyond the hills stood an island. Upon it burned the world's only fire. It crackled like a small, angry sun. Its glow painted the clouds red. No human could cross the water. The river moved like a restless spirit, wide, deep, and always watching. So the animals gathered in council. Old trees leaned closer to listen. Even the wind slowed to hear. "We must bring fire to the people," the owl spoke softly from above, "or winter will swallow their songs." A murmur passed through fur and feathers. Courage stirred quietly among them all. Raven spread his glossy midnight wings. "I will fly across the water." His voice carried bold confidence. The wind lifted him into gray skies. He soared toward the glowing island. The fire shimmered like living lightning. Its heat danced across the air. Raven swooped bravely toward the flames, but the fire burst upward suddenly. Hot sparks bit into his feathers. Smoke wrapped around his shining wings. He fled, coughing, feathers blackened forever. To this day, Raven wears that shadow. Next stepped the clever screech owl. His golden eyes reflected the distant fire. "I will fly silently through the smoke." Night carried him over dark waters. The fire glowed brighter as he neared. He dipped low above the burning coals, but smoke stung fiercely into his eyes. The world blurred into burning shadows. He flew home, nearly blind with pain. From that night, his eyes stayed red. The animals grew quiet again. Fire still burned across the water. Snake slid forward across the leaves. His scales shimmered like moving bronze. "I will bring fire beneath the flames." He swam across the whispering river. Water curled around his smooth body. Snake slipped quietly onto the island. He crawled close beneath the fire. But the ground burned like angry thunder. His skin blistered from the fierce heat. He fled writhing back to the forest. Even today, snakes twist from that memory. Silence returned to the forest council. The fire still burned far away. Then small grandmother spider stepped forward. She was quiet as drifting dust. Few had noticed her watching. Her tiny eyes held ancient patience. "I will bring the fire home." Some animals chuckled beneath their breath. She was smaller than falling pine needles. "How will you carry such fire?" Grandmother spider only smiled softly. She gathered clay from the riverbank. Her careful legs shaped a small bowl, a tiny pot strong and patient. Then she began weaving silken threads. A basket formed across her back. The wind watched with growing respect. At dawn, she crossed the wide river. Each step measured with quiet wisdom. The island glowed before her. The fire roared like a living near it. Its light filled the trembling sky. Grandmother spider climbed close to the coals. Heat trembled through her delicate legs. Smoke curled slowly through the morning air. With steady hands, she lifted a coal. She placed it gently into the clay pot. The coal glowed like a small sunrise. Grandmother spider turned toward the forest. Across the river, she carried warmth. Across the river, she carried hope. The animals waited beside silent trees. At last, a small shape appeared. Grandmother spider walked from the shadows. Her tiny basket glowed with fire. A gasp rippled through the forest. The animals danced with joyful cries. Together, they carried fire to humanity. The first flames rose beside their homes. Warm light filled the long, dark night. Children laughed beside glowing embers. Smoke curled gently toward patient stars. Since that night, fire belongs to everyone. And Grandmother spider still watches quietly. Sometimes the smallest courage changes the world. Sometimes wisdom moves softer than thunder. Sometimes hope walks on very tiny legs.